Hi, my lovelies, and today I'm going to talk about what I do for my writing class. So, depending on if your writing class is a free writing class, depends on if you can do this. So, first, we would take 5 minutes to we'll go over the announcements a little bit first. As you can see, I have announcements for them, and then we would jump right into the paragraph corrections. So then I would take 5 minutes for them to correct this paragraph. Now, how we correct it is we go sentence by sentence. I will read the sentence and ask them, is there something wrong or is it correct? They have to tell me what's wrong or if they think it's correct. If something is wrong and they think it's correct, I will give them a hint, like say it's a spelling mistake, or is it a grammar mistake, or it's a punctuation mistake, to see if they can get it. And if they still cannot get it, I will give them the answer and we'll move on to the next sentence. After that, we would jump right into our review. So they'll take 5 minutes to correct the paragraph, and then I don't know how long it is when we go over it. It takes it's different each time. So we'll review our last class after that. And the answers are always on the paper, but we'll review and I'll go through each question and ask them about it. And after they answer all the questions, I would say let's take like 20 minutes or so to rewrite what we learned last class, because just in case they wrote it incorrectly last class, I'm giving them another chance to write it correctly this time. After we spend 20 minutes into doing that, we jump right into our lecture. So here is the big part where I break each section down. So they're learning how to write a journal article piece by piece, and this is the conclusion part. And I'm breaking down each section that they have to write in the conclusion part. So I'll say, oh, first you have to write this because of this, and I give them an example from an article that I found. Then say, next, you need to put the future statement in here, what you think the research should explore in the future about this research, and this is how you can say it. Here's the example, blah, 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 blah. The next section, you will put a conclusion in it to summarize everything. Don't add new information, blah, 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 blah. I break each section up and tell them what each paragraph should have in it. Then after I have gone through all of this, we will review the important parts, the main takeaway from our lecture in these little question forms. And after I do that, I'll say, these are the things that you need to take away from this lesson. Don't add new information. Make sure you use past tense, blah, 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 blah. And then after that, I would say, okay, let's take the rest of the class to write the conclusion part. And then the beginning of the next class, I will review asking them these same questions again to test their knowledge. And then we would take another 20 minutes writing the conclusion part again, just in case they didn't write it correctly this time, or if they didn't understand something this time, we will write it again to see if they understand it the next time. So I compare the two papers, and if they don't understand and they get both papers wrong, I know that I need to review this again in more depths and see, when I compare their two papers after I look at them, it could tell me what they understand, what parts they have and what parts they're missing, so I can start focusing teaching on that particular part. So if for example, if they're missing the future statement, I'll be like, okay, you're missing the future statement in all of these, so please make sure to add the future statement in this. And that's how I teach my free writing class. So if you do use this lecture, I wrote this lecture myself, please credit me in the article that I use. Thank you and have a great day.